Okay, Nick, next topic, shall we move on to?
Sure, yeah.
The discovering Japan's dense and layered urban soundscape. What an interesting topic, isn't it?
Very, very, very interesting.
Okay, from what I've seen on YouTube and your website, you often do field recording in Japanese cities and finding interest and beauty even in layers of sound that many people wouldn't usually dismiss as noise or chaos. So is that reason you made Japan one of your base of activity because you were particularly attracted to that soundscape?
Yep. Yes. I mean, I first came to Japan in the late 90s, and I remember I bought a camera, a digital camera, and I bought a mini disc recorder and a small Sony microphone.
Yes.
And very quickly, during my 2 weeks here, I realized I was using my mini disc recorder more than my camera because the images that I saw around me were incredible, but the sounds were they resonated so much.
Oh, I see.
So I became very quickly very obsessed with the sound of Tokyo, for example, pachinko parlors,
the
sounds of konbini, trains.
Yeah.
Everything was just like a massive culture shock for me, sonically.
Right.
And that combined with the quietness of people.
Yeah.
So you could be in a very dense urban environment, but people's voices were quiet.
What a contrast.
Yeah. So that was the beginning of my endless love affair with the sound of Japan.
Okay, that's interesting. So very, very insightful and profound. And Nick, I'm truly impressed. And I want to shift the gears slightly and draw on your experience as a sound collector. Could you share some of your own unique sound discovery with us? It could be from a particular place or from something, or some machine people normally wouldn't even notice. There's no limit on what you choose.
Wow, okay. I mean, there's so many. I mean, I've been lucky enough to spend time for example, in Hokkaido. I was working with the University of Tokyo for a few years, where we would get up very early. So we would get up at 4 a.m. and in the middle of winter and drive to, the coast or drive to sort of the forest and try and capture the sounds of falling snowflakes.
Oh, I see.
Or just very fresh snow, and trying to understand that environment through the sound, which is, I still think about those kind of very small sounds that you could hear in those spaces, through to still today the soundscape of Tokyo, which I still think is, like you said, layered and so many different sounds happening at once. So I find endless joy. I record every day, honestly. Every day I record.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, still today, years later. And then in Okinawa, I've been lucky enough to spend a lot of time there recording, which is also, again, just beautiful. Just the sounds of, when you walk around Yambaru.
Yambaru, yes.
And you can hear some amazing creatures, which I have no idea what they are sometimes. But I just find there are so many different sounds, and I'm trying to collect as much as I can, I think.
Right. So just as you said, it's a variety of the sound range is enormous. I think that
it is, yeah.
The very fine, subtle sound in Hokkaido.
Yeah.
And the dense of layers of sound in Tokyo.
Yes.
And the very mystery sound in Okinawa.
That's true. Stretches across the entire country. Yeah.
That's interesting. Yes. Okay. Now I propose we compare our respective sense of the urban soundscape. And instead of simply highlighting the sonic distinctions, I suggest we broaden our conversation to the cultural context and the relationship these sounds have with human society. So does that sound like a good direction for our talk?
I think so, yeah.
Good, good. So please start comparison between the Tokyo and London.
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, there was a gap during COVID, obviously. It was hard to travel. And I spent 2 years in Japan. That's the longest I've been outside of London
Oh, I see.
in my life. And when I went back to London, I was really shocked by the noises that human beings would make in the city.
Oh,
So people shouting in the street, shouting
yes.
across the road, even friendly shouting to people or having conversations across railway platforms.
Yeah.
The sound of more violent interactions, so taxi drivers leaning out of windows and shouting and swearing at people, cyclists shouting at pedestrians, like a lot of aggression. And this is part of the makeup of London. It's a very dynamic, quite often aggressive city. People are very individual. They want to express themselves.
That's right.
And then I was so used to Tokyo being, very calm, people talking, maybe not talking on trains.
Yeah, that's
Nobody talking on phones in the street, very loud. So there was a really big difference between the two soundscapes.
So in the view of the architecture, London has many historic buildings, and the sound pattern reflects the weight of history, I think. The pause in the silence are very long, and suddenly giving way to the bustler spring out from pubs, and reflecting a culture that embrace diverse noise. Yeah,
That's very true. Yeah, that's a good observation, I think.
So you said in London it's quite, how can I say, it's aggressive voice is exchanging, but in Japan, in Tokyo, people are very calm, but sound is very dense.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah, could you elaborate on this topic?
Yeah. So, if I understand correctly, I think maybe do you think this is related to London being sort of very multicultural? Is this
Multicultural,
yeah.
yes.
So I think, one of the things that all Londoners love about London is the fact is the makeup of, the people from all around the world that are based there.
Yes.
So it's hard to say what a Londoner is. It's an amalgamation. It's a collection of people and different ideas and different backgrounds and religions, and they come together in they're all very different, but come together as London, and that
Some
is
kind
one of the
harmony is there.
yeah, some kind of very cool harmony. So if you walk through a market in East London or Shepherd's Bush Market or wherever it is, you will hear all these different voices and different people making different kinds of foods or whatever it is, and all promoting what they're doing. And I guess there's that kind of constant battle, which isn't aggression in a bad way. It's just kind of an energy.
Oh, I see.
It's more like an energy. Whereas obviously in Tokyo, it's very, it's more dense because there are more voices, but they're the same respecting each other's voice, and they're coming from maybe the same, generally, from the same perspective in general, right? I mean, I know there are lots of people from different countries.
But apart from the human voice, in Tokyo there are lots of sound from the loudspeaker.
Yes.
Yes, it's too much, I think. My English friend came to Tokyo. He claimed why lots of machines make a noise such
Yeah.
So compare with the European country, including Britain, I think in the city very few sound from the loudspeaker.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I mean, it's one of the things I do like about Tokyo. It's like if you get stressed about that sound and that clash of sounds, then it's a very difficult place to live, I think. But if you think of it as color, think about these different sounds as being different colors, then soon you can redefine the experience of being in Tokyo. That is, I think, more interesting. And I love the clash between when you hear two announcements on a platform at the same time, and it's quite hard to hear because they're clashing.
Yeah.
And then you maybe have a platform announcer as well. You know, it's a really bad clash, but at the same time, these are little moments in time.
Oh, I see.
And I love that energy. I love the energy of all those sounds that are moving around, you know.
Oh, that's very interesting viewpoint. Yeah. I'm in the academia in acoustical society or noise control society, and lots of people are claiming that kind of noise. I don't know. I think you regard that kind of noise as music. Is that right?
Music and colour. Yeah, I think of it
Colour.
as I think of it as like maybe like a Jackson Pollock artwork where there are all these different sounds and together it's life. It's like a city that, how can I explain? It's like the blood running through the veins of a body. But this is the thing about Tokyo. It feels like you do have this noise, but you're seeing the workings of the city, or you're hearing how the city is functioning.
Right.
And I think it's one of the reasons why it's such a great city, actually, is that kind of, that soundscape, which is very full on. There's a lot of different sound elements to it.
Right. Maybe you don't understand what they're talking, or no?
Yeah, more and more. But yeah, certainly when I moved to Japan, then no, I couldn't really understand. And
so
to me,
you understand what they are speaking.
Yeah,
now.
more today than before.
So it's meaning. It became meaning rather than the noise sound.
True, and that's a really good point. So for me, understanding what people were saying in London generally would be a bit frustrating, because in Japan I loved the fact that it was a kind of like a sound that wasn't really connecting to me on any level other than it was a sound, you know. So,
I see.
So in a way, you're right. It's interesting that maybe not understanding the conversations makes it even more interesting, right?
Right.